And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream day trading session. I'm your host, Johnny Trades. Today is January 21st, 2025. Markets have been open for about an hour and a half. I want to go over some of my trades and some of our call outs that we had yesterday, where we showcased to you guys literally how to day trade, how to make money. You can learn from my successes and from my mistakes, as well as hopefully be able to profit as well. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna have to go ahead and delete this. Delete that one real quick, and reset everything up all over again. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Dang. Unfortunate, isn't it? Unfortunate. I had a whole 17-minute live stream a moment ago and there was no frickin' sound. No sound. How embarrassing. And how crappy, right? Like, I'm trying to do this and yeah, just it did not work. Thanks to one of our subscribers, he mentioned that there was no sound and I was able to well, do another live stream. So here we go. Round 2.0. Trading 2.0, I guess. Man, there's so much information. I really don't want to repeat myself, but guys, I have to. We have to do it. There's a lot to uncover here and talk about, and I'm excited about. Like, man, what a freaking mess. What a mess. So let me come here. Let me delete this one. Nobody wants to just see pictures. Can't believe that happened. All right, guys, so we're going to talk about the markets. We did call out a few of these companies. You know, Bitcoin obviously isn't doing much today. It's just been kind of staying within its range level here, right? I mean, it's not doing much. It's not doing much, which means Mara's not doing much either. Kind of selling off, you know, pumping up for a second to 2058 and then selling off to those $18 levels. MSTR also selling off. BITI still not doing anything, right? Bitcoin is kind of just very volatile right now. Really no sign of what direction it wants to take. Gold also doing the same thing, selling off at market open and then pumping up and now kind of staying above water, right? So to say, which means JNUG went up about 6%. Could have took advantage of JNUG, made 6.5% profit on that move. And we called all this out on our Sunday night stock talk. Okay, as far as the markets are going, let me go back to where it was. QQQ selling off this morning, so not very good. It's still bullish compared to where it closed on Friday, but you know, still not doing great, right? TQQ again selling off. SQQ really was the winner today as far as, you know, trading the market. If you would have bought this crossover at the moving average to where it's peaked out at, about 2.5% profit. Okay, nothing too crazy. Now, we were aware that the markets were going to be a little choppy, and we had some companies that we were going to take a look at. Looking at SoFi, SoFi is up 6%, SMCI was up 10%, Lunar is up 20%, XPEV was up 10% before selling off, Sound up 15%, and Coca-Cola was up about 1% this morning. These were the 5 stocks I called out in the Sunday night stock talk this week. And you could tune in live to those for free. Every week, we go over about 5 companies that I see the most potential in, and every single one of them had major potential, major profit, and guess what? I didn't trade none of them. I didn't get up early enough to trade them, and I also didn't, I didn't really want to look into maybe buying into it. Like, I could have got Lunar, right? I could have bought into Lunar on this second push up, but I didn't. I made money elsewhere, and that's okay. But I wanted to showcase that to you all, that there is the power of compounding interest. That's what I was talking about earlier. You know, you don't think $20 is a heck of a lot until, you know, it starts compounding. $20 every day is $100 a week. That's $400 a month. And on a $500 account, if you can make $400 in a month, what is that, like 75, 80% profit, almost 90% profit in a month? You're doubling your account size. And that's what's so important that a lot of people don't understand, is that You don't need to make these huge moves. Like you have to make 50 or 100% today. Those are Hail Marys. And there's a lot of Hail Marys out there that don't work. Okay? And so by collecting, 5-10% a day, you could make 20 to 40% a week. And now you're catching those Hail Marys in a week. Okay? Now, real quick before we go into my trade. Major delays. How's it going, sir? Lunar pushed up from $19 to $21. It went up 10% in 25 minutes. It went up 11% in 25 minutes. That was $2 per share. Okay, if you had 1,900 bucks, 100 shares, in 25 minutes you could have had $2,100 sold and made 200 bucks in 25 minutes. Okay? Then you could have waited for this to sell off, hit that 200-day moving average again, and do the exact same thing. Buy at $20, sell at $22.75. There's another $2.50 per share, or 12% profit. So with one single company, we could have traded twice, made 25% today on our positions. Okay? Beautiful moves. Obvious sign right here, XPEV. Obviously, you wouldn't buy this because it hit resistance and began to sell off. Okay, so not all my callouts were perfect, but 4 out of 5 callouts, guys, I will take it. I will frickin' take it. Sound from $13.40 to $15.80, another $2 per share, or 18% profit. Okay, so what did I trade today? I got on the computer a little late. I haven't been trading all that much on the trading computer. A little bit sore still from my surgery on Tuesday, but feeling great, feeling good. I'm not getting winded or gassed when I talk anymore or walk around, and I am ready to freaking go. So I got up a little late this morning. We're having trouble with some power issues. It's like -6 or -9 outside right now where I live in the mountains. So very cold, very frigid temperatures, messing with the power. Yesterday's Sunday Stock Talk ended abruptly due to a power outage. It flickered. It literally just went bloop, went off, and then back on. And it took out the entire live stream for our Sunday night Stock Talk. But we did talk a lot about the current markets, stocks, gold, crypto, and we do that every single week, so definitely check it out. Now, guys, what I want to showcase to you here is my trade. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do a trade recap. Okay, I can't believe that happened. I freaking talked for 17 minutes and someone's like, we can't hear you. I'm like, oh, well, I don't remember what I was talking about now. I talked about so much stuff on the last one. Crazy. Anyways, excited to be back. CHRO. Now, CHRO, guys, I was looking at when we did the Sunday Stock Talk last night, which was Monday night because the markets were closed. Monday was inauguration for the president and also MLK Day. So markets were closed, a very short week. And so we have a 4-day trading week here. And so I saw this. It was about 180, 185. I was like, man, this is staying actually pretty good above that 200-day moving average. I thought I was going to buy 100 shares. I thought about it. I put it inside my head before I went to bed. I was like, okay, I could buy 100 shares. If it goes down to, $1, it's not bad. I could still buy probably like 300 or 400 more shares if it goes down to $1 and catch a nice bounce. And I was like, well, what if it doesn't bounce? What if it goes from, 180 to $1 and just stays there? I'm going to lose like 80 bucks on a Tuesday. It's already a short week. I was like, man, I better not. I better not. So I didn't. I did not buy 100 shares. You can see there is no evidence of me buying anything here pre-market. Okay. Now I should have woke up early. I didn't. Right. Having some issues with the cold, with everything. 7:30 pushes up, and it pushed up to our target price of 361. It went up 93%. 93%, and we're talking about, oh, we don't want to catch these Hail Marys. We want to lock in 10-20% a day. But that's the thing. If you could identify a 100% move and even catch a piece of that move, you can make 6% like I did. I made about 6% today. Nothing too crazy. Okay, 6.48%, $19. I got 34-cent lying around somewhere to make it even 20 bucks. But the point is, it was a very solid trade plan from support levels and the moving average showing signs of it being very bullish. Now I did have some pullbacks here, which is fine. We like pullbacks. Selling at 284, pulling back to 240, ripping back up to 369. Could have made some really nice money there. Now I missed this entire move, and I noticed that it was still holding above this moving average, this 45-day exponential moving average. And because it was holding, I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and take a light position. We took a light position, got 10 shares at 10.94. Do you guys know what 10 shares is at $3? It's like 30 bucks. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Anyone can trade. Anyone who has any kind of money can learn to trade. You don't need thousands of dollars. You don't need hundreds of dollars. I literally put my first 30 bucks into this move. Okay. And of course I added more. I was buying in the 290 range, 285 range, buying 10 share increments, bought some more at the 280s, bought some more at the 280 again and 278. Now, because of this MACD, see how this MACD indicator was selling off and it had these big red candles? Well, I actually bought when it started thinning out. When I started seeing signs that there was a potential reversal, I started loading up. Now, I did jump the gun a little bit and bought a little early. It would have been nice to buy kind of in these 260s, maybe 270 range, but that's okay. I had a very nice cushion here. So it popped up at $2.99. It popped up to $3. And I noticed there was some resistance at $3, and I sold 20 shares at $2.99. I actually locked in some profits. And there's nothing wrong with locking in profits, especially when you see signs of resistance. Let me see if I can get this right here. $2.99 right there. Okay, this yellow line shows resistance. There was resistance here, 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 here when I was buying, and here. So my thought here in my head, because I've been burned so many times in the past, I have been burned with these pre-market runners, and then they just fade away for the rest of the day, and they'll fade all the way back even past where I bought it. Okay, so with that said, I sold at $2.99 to lock in my first $5. Okay, and you're like, well, $5 isn't a lot, but $5 on a $500 account is 1%. So I locked in 1% cushion. So now I can be a little bit more aggressive. Okay, it's only $5, guys. Okay, don't eat my head off here. But I'm showcasing this because everyone can do it. Okay, so I locked in $5. Then I sold another 50 shares at $3.08. What a bad move. I sold so early. But I did lock in around $15. It's like, okay, cool. I'm up $15 right now. I'm going to buy a little bit more. So I bought at the 290s. And then I sold at 310. So that was a nice 20-cent move on another 20 shares. So I think it was like another $5 or so. Then I bought more at 318. I bought a little more at 308. And then I sold at 320 and 3 and 324. So buying low, selling high, buying that pullback, and then selling at that first high here at 324 made us 20 bucks. Now, what's sad is I had about I think it was a 287 share price. If I would have held to 378, 90 cents on 100 shares, $91. So I had the potential to make 90 to 100 bucks, but I was only able to lock in 20. And again, I'm very happy with that. I'm okay with that because I've dealt with these companies before to where they can literally just sell off. Now let's go ahead and take a look at another example of, say, ASTT, asset. Had a chance to trade this today, didn't, right? So just too risky for me. This is selling off below that 200-day moving average. No one would have known this popped up until it actually popped up at about $1.02. Selling at $1.40-ish, you could have made about 38% profit. That's a huge move, right? Or 39 cents per share. But it faded away, right? I mean, imagine buying here at 120, going up and then fades away. What's another good example? I know we have them. There's so many faders. This one right here. This happens to me all the freaking time. All the time. See a nice pump. You try to get in. You try to get that nice pump again. Sometimes you don't even get that second one or third one. Sometimes you're here and you're waiting for this to pump and it never pumps. And it actually will just go up and then just fade away. And now you're holding a position here, 100 shares at $1.30, $1.50, and you're just seeing your stuff fade and fade and fade into the oblivion, where before you know it, you're like totally down 20, 30, 40, 50% of your position. And you just feel bad. You feel like crap. You're like, man, why did I hold it so long? I had 10 opportunities to get rid of it. I could have sold at this high. You know, man, I could have locked in 30%, but I got greedy. I thought I was going to bounce at the moving average, and then I thought I was going to bounce at the exponential moving. I thought I was going to bounce at VWAP. You just, all kinds of stuff starts going into your head, and that's when you can take your consistently profitable track record and you can totally flip it and totally be detrimental and catastrophic to your account. Okay, so light positions are important, and knowing what you're looking at too is important. You got to know what you're looking at, guys. You just can't come into the market and just throw money into it. I'm gonna throw 100 here, 100 here, 100 here, 100 here, and just hope. We gotta go a little bit more educational, right? We gotta be a little bit more educated in our guesses here. That's why they're called educated guesses. So again, no way in how is this any means of bragging or boasting. Okay, I haven't got it all figured out. But as I learn and grow, as my profits become more consistent, I want to share this journey with you all. And I share my bad days. I've had bombers. I've lost $80, $100 on a live stream. You know, easy. I think my biggest loss on a live stream was it that day? Was it like $250 something dollars? I think it was. It was a crazy day of losses. But I also have live streams showcasing me making $100 consistently, $200 consistently. When I traded GameStop, I was up like $280 most recently. This wasn't years ago. This was more recently in 2024. And, you know, we've been able to grow these small accounts very nicely over time. So I like doing these challenges. I like sharing my thoughts with you all, and I like showing up and trading stocks. All right, looks like we're at the 17 minutes again that I was previously, except you guys actually got audio this time. First live stream, guys, 17 minutes, no audio. And then I look at the comments and someone's like, I can't hear you. I'm like, oh, okay, well, got to start over and repeat myself, I guess. So other than that, guys, I'm excited to be here. If you guys want to check out all my trade ideas, updates, and past live streams, definitely consider joining the Discord. That is the first link in the description. It is 100% free right now, but I have been getting a lot of comments lately and a lot of people wondering why it's free and why I'm offering it for free. You know, right now I believe it's important that as many people learn how to trade as possible for free. There's so many people with courses, with material that you have to buy that literally are showing you exactly this. Exactly what I'm showing you and talking to you about, you can go buy somewhere else. And you may never learn anything. You may spend thousands of dollars buying all these courses and strategies and techniques and charts and indicators and all this BS when you could literally learn for free on your own. You don't even have to watch me. That's how I learned. I learned on my own. I didn't buy courses. I didn't spend any money on my education. It was all free. And if I'm able to learn it, you're able to learn it too, then it can be free. But lately I've been getting a lot of comments, you know, maybe even a little hate saying why. You know, you're providing so much quality content. Why don't you pay for it, right? And we may have to change that here to come. You know, I start making $100 a day again, not bad. $100 is nothing. But I start getting those $1,000 days, guys, and we start getting this big following, we may have to start charging. Time is money. You know, I like to do this. I like hanging out with you guys for about an hour a day, 30 minutes to an hour. That's about where I want to put my free time. And then that's it. You know, I want to move on. I want to trade my larger accounts. I want to, you know, make money with my other businesses. And when you start making, you know, $100 an hour, you really got to start thinking about where your time is best spent. And I want you guys to remember one thing too before I go, okay? The rich use time, okay, to their advantage. Time is your biggest asset. Time is more valuable than anything in the world. Rich people spend money to save time. Whereas poor people or middle class or just other people that aren't so rich, right? I'm trying to put it in good words because 80% of the world ain't rich. 90% of the world isn't rich. So we need to do what the 80 or 90% of the world is not doing. And you know what they are doing? They are spending money. They are spending their time to make money. They are spending their time, right? Time. Time is money. You don't want to make $0 an hour. No one would. No one would get out of bed to work for $0 an hour. Some people might get out of bed to work for $10 or $12 an hour or $20 an hour, whatever your number is per hour. You need to increase it, guys. You think the rich are working an hour to make $1,000? No, they have someone else working for them to make that $1,000. They're paying their waitresses $100 or their hairstylists. Let me say that waiters isn't a big deal. That's tipping waiters. You should do that too. But rich people are saving time by literally paying a barber 3, 4, 5 times what they would pay walking into a barbershop to have the barber go to their house because they don't have to commute an hour to the barbershop. Time. They just saved an hour of their time. They spent more money, but I guarantee you they made more money. They made $1,000 in an hour compared to losing $1,000 driving in traffic, right? Making no money. Time, guys. There's never enough time. There's always enough money. So let's focus on making more money so we can have more time to do the things we want. Appreciate you guys. Sorry I got on a little rant there. I appreciate your time. I enjoy hanging out with you all. We're going to be live streaming every morning moving forward. And I just want you guys to remember, let's be aware of what we're trading. Be aware of our risk management. Know how much you want to risk before placing a trade. If you are willing to risk $20, set your stop loss for a $20 loss. That's it. If it hits that stop, then you're out $20. But you knew that going in. Never take a trade guessing. Never take a trade without a trade plan. Guys, I have a trade plan. Every single day I go into a trade, I have a trade plan. And it looks just like this. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be effective. Effective, my friends. You see that trade plan right there? Simple. What is my entry? What is my exit? What is my stop loss? What is my max profit? What is my max loss? And what is my risk to reward? I want to know that before every single trade I make. And why? Why am I even looking at it? Is it oversold? Is it at a support level? Has it crossed over the moving average? Was there some kind of catalyst? Was there news? Was there volume? What was the reason to take the trade? Journal it, document it, and guys, definitely go over it when you are done with the trade. That's the only way we're going to get better. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you all watching. And yeah, let's just remember to end the year on a green note. I'm very excited for 2025. We have a lot to do, a lot to go to grow this account from $500 to $25,000 by the end of the year. So let's make sure we make it happen. Tune in tomorrow, and we'll see you all in the next video. There'll be some helpful videos coming out this week, recap videos, educational videos, and a lot of stuff to help you on your journey to becoming a more profitable trader. Thanks for your time, and have a great day, guys.